The last snowstorm was not kind to my favorite ponderosa pine. That beautiful one with a nice crook in it, it cracked and fell into the river right over top of my wood piles. So I'm going to issue myself a little challenge today, and if I fail, then you win. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Tore up my cordwood cover there. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I need some accountability. You know, professional homeowners are not super motivated sometimes. This is an egg from my chicken coop. If I can remove that tree without disturbing the wood pile or breaking this egg, then I win. But if I do break this egg, then one of you is randomly gonna get chosen from the comment section. I'll send you a new Milwaukee M12 impact driver. How's that? Oh joy, we've got a filmmaker's ideal lighting situation. Burning winter sun reflecting off of snow with intermittent cloud cover. Such a shame and unusual, especially with the root system sistered in here with that giant ponderosa right there, and this one. Usually they get so intertwined that they can support themselves, but the fact that it had that long crazy shape, that snow break that grew out, was just too much for it to bear. Nice thing is we're not going to have any trouble getting rid of the stump. Get me trusty wedges. I'm down to one big saw. The old 441 has moved on to greener pastures. A friend of mine's been hounding me for a long time wanting to buy it. Him and his wife came over for dinner. He said, "You gonna sell me that saw?" Yeah. So I sold it to him. I gave him a good deal he couldn't refuse. I warned him that it had been used on my chainsaw mill for some time, but he's not gonna use it real heavy. It was a good running saw. So that means I'm in the market for another one, because why have, as I say, why have one when you can have two at twice the price? But every professional homeowner needs to have a pair of saws just in case one goes down, right? So what do you think it should be? Should I just get another 461 like this one? Or should I step up to that 500i, that fuel injected saw? I saw one 2 years ago. I saw a prototype on the wildland fire, last wildland fire I was on. It's a good looking saw, but I don't know where to get one. Let me know in the comments, 461 or the 500i, which would you get? Did someone get a new impact driver? Ah, no. Sorry guys, there it is, safe and sound. I'll have to give myself a more difficult challenge next time. Well, that's about it. That's the hard part. The fun part, I think I'll leave up to the boys. They need something to do. They can come down here and buck and split and stack this firewood for next year. It's pine, ponderosa, not typically my favorite type of firewood. You East Coast guys, for some reason, have it up in your mind that we burn pine out here. We don't burn pine, we burn fir. It's a big difference. But that's it. Yep. Boy, nice to have that excavator. I guess you could probably have done, not probably, if I would have had a skid steer with a frostbite or even a pair of forks, I could have done the same thing. You would have just attacked it a different way. As my granddad always used to say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So I just defaulted to the machine that I am, that's a natural extension of my arm because I've got so many years on them versus the skid steer, which I'm not as good at, nowhere near as much time on it. Thanks for watching. Well, I do have some bad news. My Grand Force Brooks axe, did you see me lay that on the forks? Lay that on the tracks? You know, when you get older, you're supposed to get wiser. And the difference between being older and younger is that when you do something, when you set something in motion, when you're younger, you don't know oftentimes what the outcome is going to be because you don't have the experience to have seen that through. Whereas older guys, we have done this so many times that you don't have to be a prophet to see that my hand is, if I push on this in this particular situation, my hand is going to slip off and I'm going to bark my knuckles on the engine block, right? That's how you learn, by doing. I laid that small forest axe on those rubber tracks because I didn't want it flopping around in the seat when I was trying to operate. And I thought to myself, you're going to forget about that and you're going to run over it and never find it again. What do you think that I just realized? It ain't in my pocket. Somewhere underneath this, in a foot of snow and a bunch of ponderosa pines and pine knolls, is one of my most prized possessions. Don't do what I do.
Well, it says here, Joe Rogan experience. Dear Joe, we stand with you, your guests, and your legion of fans in the desire for new conversation.
Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, I was worried. It's back. No worse for the wear. What was lost was found. Oh, I've been made whole again.